while ago, I did a review on the Outdoor Master bike helmet, saying it was probably the best value in helmets I've ever found. And I recently got a new one. I got a white one. I'm just into white helmets. And so I thought it would be fun to do a quick little video to compare this to one of my beloved helmets, the Giro Artex MIPS. And so that's what this video is going to be about, because this helmet retails for between $105 to $140. The Outdoor Master you can get for $58, and they actually gave me a discount code for my subscribers, and you can get it for $58 less 10%. So that is quite a bit. It's like less than half of the Giro. So is there that big of a difference in quality in the Giro as far as the features? So that's what I want to do here. And listen, I review a lot of like high-end stuff on my channel, a lot of high-end bikes, but I still love a good value. And if I find something that I think is a good value, I want to let my subscribers know. So that's why I'm doing this. So first of all, as far as weight, this claimed weight is 340 grams, and this claimed weight is 310 grams. So the Outdoor Master helmet right here is 30 grams lighter, claimed weight. Now, I don't have a gram scale. I have a bike scale. I don't have a gram scale. And so I can tell you that this one definitely feels a bit heavier than the Outdoor Master. All right, so as far as features, first of all, they both have a visor. Now, one thing I like about this one is how easy the visor comes on and off. Every once in a while, it's too easy because I'll put it in my bike bag and then, you know, I'll get somewhere and I have to put the visor back on. But you can just, I mean, it is just effortless to get this thing on and off. Not that I really take a visor off that much anymore. Typically, I leave it on all the time. This one still comes off. It's just got 3 little snaps. So you just, you know, pull it here and you just undo those snaps. So it still comes off. It's just not quite as easy. Now, one thing I like about the Outdoor Master is this little retention strap at the back has a pad on it. And I mentioned that in the review. The Giro does not have that. Another thing that this has that the Giro doesn't have is this kind of mesh inside. So let me hold this up to the camera. See if you can see that. So inside the helmet is mesh, and it's actually part of the pad system. So this pad system is basically one piece all the way inside the helmet. And actually, when you buy the helmet, they give you a bag with more pads, which is really nice. So again, just like, it's such a good value. And you get a little bag with it. So, you know, again, the mesh inside is nice because it keeps bugs out. And if you've ever had a bug fly in your helmet, it's kind of disconcerting because you don't know if it's a bee or what. I got stung by a bee 2 weeks ago, by the way, when I was on a climb up in North Georgia. It stung me under the chin. But, you know, going back to what I was saying, is you can have bugs fly in your helmet. So that's kind of a cool little feature that is not on any other helmet that I've ever had. Now, the downside to having that mesh is you cannot put your glasses on top of the helmet. So sometimes I'll put the glasses upside down and stick the arms inside the vents in the helmet in case I'm in a situation, you know, I'm riding at dawn or dusk and I just don't need the glasses. Not very common, but that is one downside to this one. Now, another thing about this is it has a pad on the chin strap. And it's, of course, very easy to remove, but I haven't removed it because I like it. And it just gives a little bit more comfort underneath your chin, which, you know, the Giro does not have. So, you know, basically, I end up wearing this helmet most of the time, which is kind of crazy because I really like my Giro helmet. I really like it. And I've used it for a lot of gravel rides, cross-country rides. But I end up wearing this because it's just so comfortable. And it's a little bit lighter. And, you know, I don't do reviews on products anymore if I don't recommend them. I don't have time to do that. And so I still, after wearing this thing for, I don't know how long I've been wearing it, a year maybe, it's still one of my favorite helmets that I use. So what I use this for is basically, I use it for gravel riding a lot, and I also use it for cross country and for trail riding. And, you know, if I ever got in the situation where I didn't need the visor for cross country, I could pop it off. But I end up using it all the time because one thing about this visor is it's in a nice position. It's not too low and it's not too high. And I don't like a visor that's really low for cross country because you're leaned over more and it's hard to see, you know, above the visor. But this is in a good position. So, you know, everything about this helmet, after all this time, after my initial review, I can still recommend it. So if you want to pick one up, use the discount code that I'll leave in the description below and let me know. Oh, and by the way, they are both MIPS. They're both MIPS helmets. And I had a pretty bad crash when I was up in North Georgia riding on the, it's not this particular one. I don't have that one anymore, but it put a little dent, and if you ever crash in a helmet to where there's any visible damage, you should replace it. You just don't want to mess around with that, because if the structure of the helmet is compromised, you just don't want to wear the helmet. So I don't wear that one anymore. But it put just a very slight dent in the helmet, so I figured it was good to replace it. But going back to what I was saying, I did crash in it. Noggin was fine. I bruised my hip pretty good, but the head was fine. And I did hit my head. So anyway, super quick video. You know, one more thing, since I just noticed it, is they both have an adjustable retention in the back, and it works just as well on the Outdoor Master as it does the Giro. So just a quick comparison between these two helmets, because you know, when you look online and you see a helmet for $58, you pretty much would initially think that it's just not worth it. There's something wrong with, you know, it's not good. But I can just tell you, after using it for all this time, it's a good helmet that I wear a lot. So anyway, quick video comparing the Giro and the Outdoor Master. If you've used one, let me know if you agree with my assessment.